All right, math star end of course, 150 questions, 070620, step by step, 1 through 46. All right, let's solve this problem. So let's get a pen here. 3 times that is 15, 3 times that is 12, bring it down. Add 12 to both sides, so now these are gone. So 15x equals 16x plus 12, minus 16 gives you negative 1x equals 12, divided by negative 1, divided by negative 1, so x is a negative 12. Okay, next question. And 4y minus 9 equals 6y plus 31. Add 9, these are gone. Then 4y equals 6y plus 40. Minus 6y, these are gone. So minus 10y equals 40, divided by negative 10, divided by negative 10, so y is a negative 4. All part by the LCD, which is 12. So 12 times this, 12 times that, 12 times that. So now divide. 4 divides 12, 3. 12 divides 12, 1. 3 divides 12, 4. That's going to be 3k, 1k plus 16. So now minus 1k, these are gone. 2k is 16. Divide by 2, divide by 2. K equals 8. Next one. Negative 3.4x plus 1.2 equals negative 15.8. Add 1.2, 1.2. Subtract minus 1.2, so minus 1.2. These are gone. So this right here is 17, negative 17. Negative 3.4x equals negative 17. Divided by negative 3.4, negative 3.4. These are gone. X is a negative by negative is a positive 5. 4 times 3 is 12x. 4 times that is 9.2 equals 8x minus 9.2. Add 9.2, add 9.2. These are gone. So 12x equals 8x minus 8x minus 8x. So now you have 4x equals 0. Divide by 4, divide by 4. This is gone, and 0 divided by 4 is still going to be what? 0. Formula, compound interest, A equals P times 1 plus R over N to the NT. Here's the numbers we're going to use. So 2,720, and interest rate is 0.11 over 1, compound annually once, and 1 times 1, N times T. So now 1 times 1 is 1, so we have this 2720 to the 1 plus that to the power of 1, and you can do it on the calculator. In fact, let's do it on the calculator right here. Alright, so we're going to have 2720 parentheses 1 plus 0.11 divided by 1 to the power of 1. And it's going to give you 3019, 20. There it is. 3019, 20. Alright, next question. Divide both sides by 4 by 4. Positive 4, sign stays the same. X less than negative 4, or negative 4 this way, or negative 4 infinity, and don't include the negative 4. Solve the inequality. Solve the inequality. Add 7, these are gone, so we have 12. And then minus 8x, these are gone. But then we have negative 3x is less than 12. Divide by negative 3, divide by 3. Yeah, divide by a negative, turn the alligator around. So it goes the other direction. So x is greater than negative 4, greater than negative 4, or greater than negative 4. Yes, you do turn the alligator. Solve the inequality. Negative 6x plus 4 greater than or equal to 4 produces this. 4 times that is 12. 4 times that is minus 4x. Minus 4, these are gone. So that's going to be negative 4x plus 8. And now we're going to go add 4x, these are gone. So we have that and that's giving negative 2x bigger than or equal to 8. Divide by negative 2, divide by 2, turn the alligator around, because divide by negative. So x is less than or equal to what? Negative 4. Or from negative 4 to infinity, from negative 4 to infinity, including the negative 4s. Alright, y equals negative 2x, graph this. So let's put some numbers in there. Negative 4. Negative to negative is positive 8. Put a 0 in there. Negative 2 times 0 is 0. And one more, 4. 4 times that is negative 8. So we got the numbers. Negative 4 and 8, 0, 0. And 4, negative 8. Or, can we do it on a calculator? Sure, let's do that. On a calculator, you're going to have y, Windows, it's fine. Y equals negative 2x. So negative 2x, hit graph. And there it goes. which is just like this graph. You can just trace. You want to find some points like 0, 0, there's 1. Okay. Next query. Y equals 1/3 x. Again, put some numbers in there. -6 in there. 1/3 of that is going to be -6/3, -2. Put a 0 in there. 1/3 of 0 is 0. And 1/3 of 6 is going to give you 6/3, so 2. So we have points -6, -2. We have 0, 0, and we have 6 and up 2. So there it is. Or using the graphing calculator, again. Okay. Let's put this in there. 1/3 x. So we're going to have parentheses 1 divided by 3 x and hit graph. Okay. There it goes. Right there. And you can hit trace if you want to. Trace right there. And that'll give you some points on the graph. Like 0, 0 is 1. There it is. Okay. Number 11. Solve for y first. So minus x, we have 3y equals -3 negative x. Divide by 3 by 3 by 3. So we have y equals -1 minus 1/3 x. Flip it like this. Now I'll put some numbers in there. 0. 0 times that is 0 minus 1 minus 1. Put a 3 in there. 1/3 of 3, 3/3 is going to be -1, -1. It's going to be a -2. So now we have the number 0, -1. And we have 3 and -2. And those are the numbers right there. Or use a calculator, of course. Let's clear that one out. We have, what is it? 1/3 x. So parentheses -1 divided by 3 x minus 1. Big minus sign 1. And hit graph. And there's a graph right there. And we can do trace if you want to get some points in there. They match. Okay. Y equals -3 half x minus 3. Put some numbers in there. 0. 0 times that is 0 minus 3 minus 3. 2 in there. 2, 2 cancels out. So you have -3 minus 3 minus 6. So you have 0 minus 3. And we have 2 and -6 right there. Okay. Or can we use a calculator? Yes, of course. Let's do that. So -3 halves, parentheses, -3 divided by 2 x, big minus sign 3. Okay, hit graph. There it goes. Do a trace on it. 0 minus 3, 0 minus 3 is right there. And you get some other points if you want to. Do a trace, move it around if you want. Next one. Y equals 2x and y equals 2x plus 3. Okay. Notice this is 2x and this is 2x plus 3. So this graph is going to get shifted what? Up 3 spaces. Whatever this graph is, this is going to go how many? 3 spaces up. So let's put them in there in our calculator. Okay. And let's start with y equals 2x. So 2x, hit graph. That's one line right there. Okay. Right there. So now put the second one in there. Put the y2. It's going to be 2x plus 3. 2x plus 3. Hit graph. It's going to give you a second line. They're parallel lines. And some points on there are 0, 0s in there. 1, 2 is right there. And the other one has 0, 3 and 1, 5 right there. And they're parallel lines. So that means that these two systems of equations will have no solution. They'll never intersect each other. So you can use trace if you want, get some points in there. Identify the intercepts. So this is the y. So this is right here is the 0, 2 is the y-intercept. This one here is the x. So this is the -2, 0 is the x-intercept. So x-intercept is -2 or -2, 0. Y-intercept is 2 or 0 and 2. Notice that the x-intercept, y is 0. For the y-intercept, x is 0. Plot the intercepts to graph this. Okay. So to find the x-intercept, y equals 0. Put a 0 right there. 3x is this minus 0. 3x is that. Divide by 3, so x equals 3. So 3, 0 is the x-intercept. To find the y-intercept, let x equals 0. 3 times 0 is 0. Minus 9y. Minus 9y equals this. Divide by negative 9. Divide by negative 9. Y is negative 1. So 0, negative 1 is the other point. So we have 0, negative 1. And we also have 3, 1, 2, 3, and what? 0. So 3 0 right there, the x-intercept, y-intercept 0, negative 1. Domain, negative infinity to infinity. Range, negative infinity to infinity. Graph, y equals 2x plus 4. Put a negative 2 in there. Negative 2 times that is negative 4, and 4 is 0. Put a 0 in there. 2 times 0 is 0, plus 4 is 4. So we have 0, negative 2 is 0. And we have 0 and up 4 spaces. So this is the x-intercept, the y-intercept, right there. Domain is negative infinity to infinity, and range is negative infinity to infinity also. Let's use a calculator. Sure, why not? Alright, if you use a calculator, 2x plus 4. So 2x plus 4, hit graph. That's the graph right there, which looks like this one. And you can do a trace if you want. You find some points under that'll match it. Okay. Y equals negative 3. That's it. Y equals negative 3. Okay. So y is always negative 3. So you can put 0 there, negative 3, 1, negative 3. So 0, negative 3, 1, negative 3. Any other number is still going to be negative 3 all the way across, so horizontal like this. Domain of this one, it's negative infinity, infinity. Range is what? Oops, just negative 3, that's it. Domain, infinity, infinity. Range is just that right there. Can I put it in a calculator? Sure. You can put it in a calculator. So y equals negative 3. Negative 3, hit graph. There it is. Straight horizontal line going across right there. And you can do a trace if you want to get some numbers. Okay. Graph x equals 5. This one, x is always 5. 5, 5, 0, 1. So 5 and 0, 5 and 1. So it's a line going like this. Domain is going to be just 5. And the range is going to be what? Bottom is going to be negative infinity to infinity. Domain is just a number 5. Range is what? Negative infinity to infinity. Because x is always 5 in this one. Find the slope of the line, goes through the given points. Okay. x1, y1, x2, y2. Slope is m equals y1, y2, x1, x2. Put the numbers in there. y1, y2, x1, x2. So negative, negative, negative 6, negative 2 is negative 8. 1 minus 0 is 1. And this is going to be a negative 8. So this is the points. Find the slope between those points right there. Find the slope of the line goes through the given points. So we have x1, y1, x2, y2. Put the numbers in there. Negative 9 and 6, and then 5 and a negative 5. So negative 9, negative 6 is negative 15 over 0. And you cannot divide by 0, it'll be undefined. So the slope of this, undefined. Find the slope of the line that goes through the given points. Negative 5, 1, negative 8, minus, and 3. x1, y1, x2, y2. So y1, y2 is 1 minus 3. And negative 5 minus 8. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. And then this would be a 3. Negative 2 over 3. There's the points right there. The slope. Find the slope of the line goes through the given points. 6, 4, negative 9, and 4. So x1, y1, x2, y2. Put them in there. 4 minus 4 on top. 6 minus minus on the bottom. So we have 4 minus 4. 6 plus 9. Negative, negative. 0 over 15. And 0 divided by 15 is still going to be what? 0. So the slope is going to be what? 0. Find the slope of the line if it exists. Okay, so we have 0, negative 4, and we have 5 and 0, x and y points, x1, y1, x2, y2. Put the numbers in. So we have -4 minus 0, 0 minus 5. So -4, -0, minus 0 is -4, and that's going to be -5. Negative by negative is a positive 4/5. So the slope of this is 4/5. Find the slope of the line if it exists. -4 and 6, -4 and 0. Those are points. x1, y1, x2, y2. So x1, y1 is this one. x2, y2 is that one. Let's just set it that way. So we have 0 minus 6 and -4 minus a minus 4. 0 minus 6, -4 plus 4. So we have -6 over 0. It cannot be divided. Cannot divide by 0, so it's undefined. The slope of this is undefined. On the graph, determine if its slope is positive, negative, 0, or undefined. Alright, so I'm guessing this is about -5.2 and -5.2. There's the points. So we have x1, y1, x2, y2. So put them in there. 0 minus 2 and -5.2 and -5.2. Negative is a positive. 0 minus 2 is -2 over 0. Undefined. Cannot be divided by 0. Nope. Undefined slope. Find the slope of the line. So y equals 2x plus 4. That's the same thing as y equals mx plus b. This is the slope and this is the y-intercept. So the slope of this is going to be what? 2. And the y-intercept is going to be what? 4 or 0.4. So slope, y-intercept, right there. Solve the equation for y. So we have negative is positive. That times that. Well, negative is positive now. This times this is -6. That times that is -42. Minus 2, minus 2. These are gone. So y equals -6x minus 44. Find the slope of the line to the given points. Okay. So we have x1, y1, x2, y2. So let's put the numbers in. 5.6 minus 9.2. 4.9 minus 6.5. 5.6 minus that is -3.6. This minus this is -1.6. Divide those numbers, it's going to be a positive 2.25 for the slope between those 2 points. Find the slope intercept. Use the slope intercept form to graph the equation. So there's a problem. Put the numbers in there. 0. That's going to be 0 minus 1, -1. Put a 1. Times that, -5 minus 1 is -6. So we have 0 minus 1, 1 minus 6, 0 minus 1, and 1 minus 6. 2 points. Domain is all real numbers. Range is all real numbers. Put it in a calculator? Sure. Let's put it in a calculator. Alright. -5x. So we have -5x, big minus sign, 1. Hit graph. There it goes. And you can do a trace if you want to, but it looks like that right there. Okay. Use the slope intercept form to graph. So again, put some numbers. 0. 0 times that is 0 minus that, -2. Put a 9 in there because it's easy to work with, because 9 divides 9, guess. 8 minus 2 is 6. So we have 0 minus 2, 9 and 6. 0 and -2 and 9, and up 6 places. So there's a graph right there. Or can we use a calculator? Sure. Domain is all real numbers, range is all real numbers. So now using your calculator, let's see, we have 8/9, 8 divided by 9, parentheses, keep it together, the fraction, minus 2, hit graph. And hit trace, gives you some numbers. 0 and -2 is one point, and then other points you can move around and find some more if you want to. Okay. Write the equation line that has a given slope and y-intercept. Slope is 6, the y-intercept is 5. Y equals mx plus b. So slope is 6 and the y-intercept is 5. So y equals 6x plus 5. Find the equation line that has a slope and passes through the given point. Write the equation in the form of ax plus by equals c. So there's m, and there's x1, y1. Y minus y1 equals x times x minus x1. Put the numbers in. Y minus 7 equals -2 times x minus 6 plus 6. That's a plus 7. Minus 2 times that, minus 2x, minus that, minus 12. Minus 7, these are gone. So y equals negative 2x minus 19. This is one form. Or we can do it the other way. See the 2x right here? Bring it to the other side, make it a positive. See the negative 2x plus y equals negative 19. Rewrite it that form. Find the equation line described below. Write the equation in slope-intercept form. Solve for y when possible. Alright, so x1, y1, x2, y2. 2-point formula. Y minus y1, y1, y2. x1, x2, x minus x1. Put the numbers in. 7, 11, 11, 7, 11, and 7. So 7 minus 11, 11 minus 7, negative 4 over 4, going to be negative 1 times x minus 11. So now, at 7, these are gone. So we have y equals negative 1x plus 18, or y equals negative x plus 18. We don't need the 1 in there. And there's a point we're looking at. Find the slope-intercept form of the line whose slope is m is 2, and it passes through the given point, negative 5 and 8. Slope is 2, negative 5 and 8. So y minus y1 equals m times this. So y minus 8, 2 times x, minus minus is plus. 2 times that is 2x, 2 times that is 5, 2 times 5 is 10, bring it down. Plus 8, these are gone. So we have y equals 2x plus what? 18. Find the slope-intercept. Find the slope-intercept equation of the line that has given characteristics. Slope, and we have y-intercept is 0, 8. So in other words, 0, 8 is the y-intercept, but that's a point. We have a slope, we have a point slope. Put the numerator, y minus a equals negative 6 times x minus 0. Well, x minus 0 is going to be x. So now we have y minus a equals negative 6 times that, negative 6x plus 8. So y equals negative 6x plus 8. We're done. That's the answer. Find the equation line described below. Write the equation in slope-intercept form. Solve for y when possible. Slope is negative 709 to the point negative 4 and negative 1. So let's put the numbers in here. y1 and the slope and x minus x1. So now negative is positive. So you have negative 7 ninths times this is negative 7 ninths, and negative 7 times that, negative 28 over 9. So now minus 1, so we need to change this. So multiply by 9 and 9 on top. So now this is going to be a 9 over 9. So we have y equals negative 7 ninths x, and negative 28 and negative 9 is negative 37 over 9. So there's the answer right there. Find the value x squared minus 6x plus 5 if x is negative 1. So put negative 1 in here. Negative 1, negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 1 is 1. This negative times negative is going to be positive 6 and then 5. 1 and 6 is 7. 7 and 5 is 12. Use that. Please excuse my dear and Sadie order operations. Write equation in standard form of the line that contains a point and is parallel to this. Parallel to this means that the slopes are the same. So this one's going to be 6. That's to be parallel to that. So we have a point, we have a slope, put it in there. Y minus 4, 6 times x minus minus. That's going to be plus 1. That's going to be 6x plus 6. Minus 4, add 4. These are gone. So now we have y equals 6x plus 10. Or, another write it, we can bring this 6x to the other side, make it a negative 6x plus y equals 10. Multiply by negative 1 times all these, negative 1 times all this. So negative to negative is positive, negative times that is negative, and negative times that is negative. So you got this form, that form, or this form right here. Write the equation in the standard form of the line that contains a point. Again, negative 1, 4. And is perpendicular to the line. Right? To be perpendicular to this means you have to have, it's going to have to be a positive, it's going to be a negative, and it's going to be reciprocal. This is 1 over 6. So negative 1 over 6 is the slope. There's a point. Put the numbers in. Y minus 4 equals negative 1 6 times x minus minus. That's plus 1. Negative 1 6 is this. Negative 1 6 is this. Now add 4 to both sides. But to change this, multiply by 6, multiply by 6. So this is going to be 24 over 6. Y equals negative 1 6x. Minus 1 6 and 24 over 6, and that right there is together is going to be a 23 over 6. Now, that's one answer. So now we could do it also another way. There is an answer. Or multiply by 6, multiply by 6. So 6 times that is 6y, 6 times that is this, 6 times that is cancels out. So we ended up with 6y equals negative 1x plus 23. Or you can bring the 1x over here positive 1x plus 6y equals 23, or just x plus 6y is 23. Find the domain of the range, domain and the range of the given relation. Domain is all the first numbers. So 9, 4, minus 3, minus 8, that's the domain. Range, all the second numbers, 7, 8, minus 8, 3. 7, 8, minus 8, minus 3. Second numbers, first numbers domain, second numbers are the range. Determine if the given relation is also a function. So 7 goes to 3, that's fine. 7 go anywhere else? Nope. 0 goes to 0, that's it. 9 goes to negative 5, that's it. And 5 goes to 2, that's it. So yes, this is a function. The first numbers only go to 1 second number. So these all go to 1 second number, no problem. So yes, it's a function. Determine if the given relation is a function. Well, let's see what happens here. Negative 2 goes to 0. Negative 2 goes to negative 5. And negative 2 also goes to negative 3. Well, since negative 2 goes to 0, but then negative 2 also goes to negative 5. And also negative 2 goes to negative 3. So negative 2 is going to many places. It's going to more than one place. Different. Since then, no, this is not a function. Because the first number goes to 3 different numbers. So it's not a function. Find h of negative 1. Negative 1 in there. Negative 1 times negative 1 is 1. 1 times that is 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. Or the point negative 1 comma 4. H of 0. Put a 0 there. 0 times 0 is 0. 0 times that is 5 times 0 is 0 minus that, negative 1. Or 0 and negative 1 is the point. H of 5. So 5 in there. 5 times 5 is 25. Times that is 125. Minus that is going to be 124. Or 1, no, not 1. Let's correct this. Or it's going to be 5, comma 124. There it is. 5, comma 124. Got it. Find the domain and range of this. Domain is left and right. So it just goes infinity, infinity. Left and right. What about range? It goes from the bottom. Well, the bottom is right there. 4. And negative 4. 4 stops right there. And then what happens? It goes up. So domain is negative infinity, infinity. And the range is from 4 to infinity. Okay. Or y is greater than or equal to what? 4. That way. Domain, range, right there, goes up. Find the domain and range of the function graph to the right. So domain is all real numbers. And the range is all real numbers. It keeps going. Domain is all real numbers, left and right. And the range, up and down, bottom, top, is also all real numbers. Find the domain and range of relation. Okay. So the domain is right there, negative 8. That's it. It stops at negative 8. So negative 8, that's it, domain. And then it goes, the range is the infinity to infinity. So domain is just that number, negative 8. And the range is what? Negative infinity to infinity.